Hello, my name is Shanae Jones, and this is kinky, which stands for Know the New Kinky You. And I am here to finish a 3-part series playlist of all talk related to sex and sexuality, but specifically talking about sex and kids. Now, I recently did a series about how to talk to kids about sex, and I hope that you have looked at it, commented on it, made it seem like something that was hopeful and relevant to you and your situation, or the situation of someone you know. But in any case, my goal was to create a dialogue where we're able to have these conversations. And I hate to really call them conversations, because as of right now, all I'm doing is looking at my computer screen and there's no retort, no reply. So I'm going with what it is that I know. We talked about the baby perspective, being pregnant. Shit happens to your body. You may or may not want sex. You may or not even be able to have sex, especially if you're on like bed rest or something. Then we talked about the little babies and the toddlers, where they're running around and who knows what they're thinking. They can barely talk, but they can cry, they can scream. So we're good with that. We're used to it. Now we start getting into our preteens and our teenagers and our young adults in their early 20s. This is the generation where we should have worked harder when they were younger. Because these young people, according to one study, are less connected to physical intimacy, because of course we live in the world of virtual reality. We live in the world of cell phones and text messages and emails and anything that keeps us from other people. And when we do go to other people, we just don't know how to respond. We don't know how to act. So for our teenagers, I wrote Bailey, my daughter, a letter when she was a few months old. And that letter was to tell her that she never had to feel pressured. She never had to feel unloved if she chose not to have sex. And I wanted her to, my plan, because again, she's 7, so my plan is to help her understand what sex and love and relationships look like. Because as teenagers and young adults who are trying to have sex for the first or third, fifth, whatever time, they don't get it. I don't believe they do, because I feel that they've been fed false information, fake news about sex. Fake news about sex. You get an impression about what shit is supposed to be like, what life is supposed to be like, how things are supposed to turn out. And very rarely does it work out the way you 100% anticipate it. But that's okay. It's okay, because we're meant to be resilient. We're meant to be confident people who know how to take care of ourselves. And in the fact that we don't know 100% how to take care of us, we're smart enough to go talk to people that know how to help us, right? So again, I've told you guys, I work as a certified sex coach. Now what that means is, whether you are a 40-year-old virgin or a 50-year-old, I don't even know what to call him, it's in my head, explorer on adventures of sexuality, there are tons of people and things that you could do and talk to in order to have the best sex of your life. I think y'all get the message. I feel like you do. But I don't know whether or not you believe that you can go out and get help. Help that is non-judgmental, that is not time sensitive, that is there for you and all that you have to do. So, going back on our theme, we have sex during pregnancy, and what does that mean to us physically and to, the emotional state of even just having a child. Sometimes that shit is happy, sometimes it's not. What does it look like for you to have sex and try to run a household that has little kids and a bunch of people perhaps running around in it, and you perhaps can feel by yourself, even if you're married? It's called reduce stress, make time for sex. That's going to be my slogan, don't steal it. Okay. And the last piece of the puzzle, being truly about not losing yourself as an adult. It's like sex becomes this thing that you have to do. And if you don't do it, you're in some kind of outcast position. And it's not fucking true. The letter that I wrote my daughter, and I wish I could read it verbatim, but it basically says, trust you, trust yourself. Don't let anyone who you don't truly love give something or take something from you that you can only give away once. Losing your virginity is something that we can't get back once it happens. If I burn this shirt, this happens to be my new favorite shirt, but if I burn this shirt, I can probably go find another one. If this is not a unique shirt, I'm sure they made more. I can probably go find another one. Your virginity is something that doesn't work like that. So, as we're talking about what it means to be a parent to a teenager who is full ready to just explore and learn their bodies and figure out what the hell is going on and why they feel like they're attracted to this person or that person, or why do they like multiple people at the same time. It's time to have the conversations, people. It's time. Don't wait. And if you're not fully aware of why and where it comes from, please feel free to send me a message, because a lot of people, again, are not comfortable with sharing information about their mental and physical selves. But as a coach, my job is to understand what it is that you're going through, but also put myself in a position to help you so that you're in a position to help yourself. That is my goal. So, although you perhaps don't know, it is getting late. And I want to thank you for joining me and listening to me and commenting on the pages and just having the awareness. So I commend all of you that have already subscribed, and hopefully you guys can help share the message. So if you liked it, please let somebody else know that this is content that is here, that is helpful to you, that it at least triggers something for you to be a more sexually positive person. If you're already a sex positive person, let's figure out how to grow. Alright, so I am Shanae Jones. This is KY. Again, across all social media is DOYOUKNKY. I appreciate you and all that you do. I will talk to you again soon.